What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Star Wars news roundup. We're going to be talking about Disney Plus Day, and not just Star Wars or the one Obi-Wan Kenobi clip that we got, but we're also going to talk about Willow and Marvel and all that fun stuff. But real quick, before we do, here is a word from today's video sponsor. Thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. If you want to have some fun and support our channel at the same time, click on the link in the description on your mobile device or tablet to download the game. We're also hosting our own sweepstakes to give away this Lac Sivrak bust and this vintage giant Darth Vader action figure, both from Gentle Giant, so make sure to stay tuned to the end of this sponsored segment to figure out how to win. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other Match 3 game on the market. Each emoji has its own unique power-up, and you control what to use, offering a strong layer of strategy to each game you play. Obviously, our favorite emoji is Grogu. I have to say that, or else Molly will never forgive me. But there are a ton of emojis you can collect, not just from Star Wars, but from Disney and Pixar as well, with new emojis being added every week. And you can use the emojis you earn in the game in text chats to send to your friends. There are Star Wars events in the game periodically throughout the year, and the next one is a Mandalorian event coming very soon in honor of the Book of Boba Fett releasing on Disney+. Past Star Wars events have released emojis like Grogu, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, R2-D2, C-3PO, Anakin Skywalker, Rey, Kylo Ren, and much more. You can still get all those emojis through November as well as some new ones, but I'll tell you how you can win all 26 Star Wars emojis right now. Exclusively for this video, Jam City is giving away all of the Star Wars emojis to 2 lucky viewers of ours. Just follow the other link in the description and enter sometime between November 15th and December 15th. Even if you win emojis you already have, duplicate emojis make their power-ups even stronger. As for our sweepstakes to win either this Lac Sivrak bust or this giant vintage Darth Vader action figure, all you need to do is download the game by using our link down in the description, which by itself is going to support our channel. Get to level 10 in the game, and then grab a screenshot of you getting to level 10, and then tag us on Twitter with that image at Star Wars Explain. That's it, and on December 15th, when this video is 1 month old, we will pick our 2 winners. Thank you again to Emoji Blitz, and with that, we'll get back to the news. So yeah, Disney Plus Day, it came and went. We all kind of had some big expectations, and we got the Kenobi sizzle reel, which I did like, and I found a lot of cool stuff to be excited about from it. What did you think of it? I
liked it a lot. I mean, it did get leaked a day early, but, you know, a lot of people didn't see that happened. So
that's the funny thing. I saw some people being mad that they were like, it's just the thing that came out yesterday. I was like, that didn't come out. that got leaked. And
that's the problem. It's like, once something like that gets leaks, then a bunch of other news outlets will start posting it, and then everybody's seen it, and they don't know that it's not an official release. So a lot of people saw it and just thought, yep, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was something that was coming out before Disney Plus Day at first, and then I waited because I was like, oh, there might be something else on Disney Plus Day, and there wasn't, which meant I already had all my stuff written out, so that was nice. But yeah, but what within it did you like and think was cool?
I mean, seeing the concept art was really cool. Just getting our first look at what they were envisioning Obi-Wan to look like for this show is really exciting. And, you know, you can tell it's Ewan McGregor, but it's like an older, like roughed up version.
Right.
It's like a good mix of Ewan and Alec Guinness.
It's weird because, like, I didn't feel like, yeah, that shot of him, it wasn't anything brand new to Star Wars fans. Like, people have done fan art like that.
He didn't have any crazy face tattoos. Or...
Right. It was familiar image-wise, because we've seen fan art. We've seen John Jackson Miller's Kenobi novel has a cool cover where, like, he's just in gear and he's out in the desert and he's got all this gear on his back, and just seeing it like in an official capacity, I was still excited about that. I'm really excited about all of the Inquisitor talk, or they never said that word, but Jedi Hunter, and showing an Inquisitor on the planet. It looks like the second sister. I've talked about that at length already, but just the idea that Inquisitors are going to be in the show, which has been floating around for a while, but again, having that kind of officially shown is really exciting to me.
That is really exciting. And I think the potential of which Inquisitors we might see is really exciting too, because I know there's been rumors about the fifth brother being in it. The concept art looks kind of like the second sister.
I wonder if they put the second sister in there specifically because we'd all go like, but wait a minute, she's dead. And it's like they're just taking the real person out and putting her in their place, so we can't get too much. But ultimately, like I've said, I think it's just concept art meant to set a mood. I think they were trying to show us, or not show us, but they were probably trying to go for the look of this ship more than anything else. And they're like, and slap an Inquisitor in there.
Yeah.
And the second sister is as good as any. They weren't like, now before I draw this, is she alive in the timeline or no?
Yeah, and it was really cool to see Ewan training, with the lightsaber prop, because that automatically made me think, like, how many times are we going to see him ignite his lightsaber? We saw concept art of him fighting Vader, but who else is he going to fight with his lightsaber? Like, are we going to see a lot of battles in this?
I'm going to say he's probably, he should be pretty hesitant to draw that thing. It makes
he wasn't at the cantina.
Well, that was kind of, we're done hiding. I'm taking Luke and I'm going. Speaking of, I've seen a lot of people wonder, like, oh, do you think he'll go to the cantina? Because he seems to have a history there. Like, just that this place can be a little rough. He knows Mos Eisley, so we might see him at Mos Eisley. And they already have the set built for The Mandalorian, so...
Yeah.
But I do think that he will be probably more reserved with his lightsaber this time around. Unless, like I've speculated, if someone gets... hint of like someone special on Tatooine and he's like, oh, I gotta make sure people don't find Luke, so then he purposefully goes off into the galaxy and is trying to be a big distraction. So yeah, then he might be running through the streets with his lightsaber.
Look at me.
That's something that I like, the idea that if he's going to leave Tatooine, it is either because he has to protect Luke or Leia. Saw people in the comments throwing that idea around. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Either one of those, like, that's still something that I'm like, I think they're going to pull it off. I think they're going to have a good reason for it, but I'm kind of like, oh, I hope it's worthwhile for you to leave Tatooine, Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And seeing Deborah Chow talk about all of this and talk about bringing back Hayden as Vader is also really exciting, because we haven't heard much from her.
Right. And she's someone that, like, I loved her work on The Mandalorian, so giving her full control over this is really good, I think, to have that, like, really clear vision of this story from start to finish. And I loved seeing the concept art of Vader in his castle, I assume. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, let's go back there. I would love to see Vader's castle again. That's one of the best things I think Rogue One gave us, of a myriad of wonderful things, but we keep like going back to Vader's castle in the comics and stuff.
We're gonna get one step closer to seeing Hayden in that Bacta tank. Mm-hmm. We saw a little glimpse of it in Rogue One. It wasn't Hayden, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're gonna see him
Anakin.
with his rubber ducky having bath time.
I hope he does. He needs to find some joy somewhere.
Vinay is there, just like,
would you like more bubbles, my lord? And speaking of like Mustafar and Fortress Vader, this is me completely speculating, but it's an idea I really love, is that we might go to Nur and Fortress Inquisitorius, which is basically like right next door to Fortress Vader. It's on another planet, but like you can see Mustafar from Nur. Mm-hmm. So I would love to see the Inquisitor's base in live action, and just again the way that Bad Batch pulled in some stuff from Jedi Fallen Order. If we might do it in live action, oh, that idea really excites me.
Yeah, I like the idea of it being underwater too. That's something that we haven't seen a whole lot of.
It's just different, kind of like an extra threat level, which if you've played the game, you understand. Anything else about Kenobi you want to talk about?
I'm ready for it to be here.
Yeah. And that's like, I was also hoping for a full-on trailer, but it was still cool just to see some official stuff. And like, we're still finding things to get excited about.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that at the very least. And all of this kind of like disappointment, it's going to fade pretty quickly. Like, we're going to see all these trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
It is just a little bit like frustrating to see the Marvel side of things, and they get like little clips of Moon Knight and She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel and Secret Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, just even if we got like a little official shot of Cassian, that would have been fun.
Well, I keep telling myself that, like, we're getting a Star Wars Celebration next year. Yeah, it's a little ways away still, but honestly, I'm fine to wait a little while and just have my mind completely blown there. Mm-hmm. Because that's what it's there for. They're going to need a lot of stuff to show everyone at Celebration.
That's true, because they want us all there and happy and celebrating. So they do probably want to save a lot of stuff. We still don't know, like, release dates would have been nice to know, I guess, just because we don't know when this stuff is coming. And it's like, are we going to have to wait until Celebration to see all this stuff? I doubt it.
I think they're being safe with the release dates, just because after COVID and everything getting pushed, they're still kind of scrambling to figure out when something's going to come out and what they have to work around.
Right. I mean, Ms. Marvel, for example, I think was supposed to come out before this year ended, and now it's in summer of next year. So yeah, schedules are being shuffled constantly. So there is that. I'm hopeful that we're not going to have to wait, 3 months after the Book of Boba Fett ends, and then we would get Celebration, and then I guess it would be like a nonstop deluge. But I'm hoping there's something in between Book of Boba Fett and May. But
yeah.
I mean, speaking of Marvel, I did like watching that stuff too.
Oh yeah, the scene that they released from Hawkeye, the car scene.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was really cool. I'm excited, and they seem to have really good chemistry.
The Christmas setting, I know it's not Shane Black, but it feels like Shane Black in a sense to me, who I really like his stuff. Yes, including Iron Man 3, but more like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I love that movie, and it kind of gave me that vibe, I think. So I liked seeing the Hawkeye stuff, which we don't have to wait much longer for that. But seeing like Moon Knight, I don't know anything about Moon Knight, but with Oscar Isaac and the clips that they showed, I'm like hyped up for that.
His accent kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little odd.
I saw some people talking about that on Twitter, but I'm really excited. We'll have to do an Explain It to Me. Maybe something before a lot of these shows start, just to get everyone familiar, including us, to familiarize ourselves with some of these characters before we watch the shows.
Well, I remember what our friend Ashton, who does Explain It to Me and does a lot of the explaining to us, what he told me about Moon Knight is that his power has to do with the phases of the moon. So when it's full, he's like at his most powerful. And when it's a new moon, he's got nothing. So I really like that concept for some reason. Mm-hmm. And just seeing him, the little glimpse of the costume and the kind of show it's going to be, I'm like, I think I'm really going to dig that one.
Is there going to be a that time of the month joke?
I'm sure there will be.
How many are we going to get?
Hopefully they restrain themselves to one.
Yeah.
And we got to also talk about Willow. I mean, everyone was upset that... Stop. It's going to be stuck in my head again. That music is so good. I love that song, but it will not get out of my head once I hear it. But yeah, Lucasfilm did have something besides Obi-Wan Kenobi. Everyone was like, Lucasfilm didn't show anything, just the Kenobi sizzle. I'm like, you're forgetting about Willow, which didn't show any footage.
Yeah,
but
they still didn't show anything, but
I loved it.
Warwick Davis is just a delight.
Yeah, and apologies to him for I have been mispronouncing his name for a long time.
Yes, if that taught us anything, it taught us to say his name correctly, and it's Warwick.
Orwick. Oh,
Warwick.
Orwick. I'm joking. in the thing, he goes, drop the W, and then they dropped the first W.
Oh yeah, no, the second.
And they were like, no, the second W.
Warwick.
Which I really liked all of their chemistry. Him walking around and talking to all of the other actors.
And then we got a Rogue One joke in there too with the Aaron Kellyman.
Solo.
Or solo joke, sorry.
I love that Erin Kellyman is making the rounds of she's in Willow, she's in the MCU, she's in Star Wars. She's doing it all. Good for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I even though it showed nothing, I really enjoyed that. And it got me excited for Willow. I mean, I loved that movie as a kid. And it's a franchise that you just kind of forget about. And you're like, oh yeah, Willow was great. And then you hear that music and you're like, dang it.
We're going to get a copyright strike. So She-Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk looks cool too. I liked all those little snippets that we got.
I'm excited to see Bruce again. I don't know why I wasn't thinking that we would see him, but yes, obviously he's going to be in it. And
Abomination's going to be in it too, I think they've said.
Yeah, but like getting that little glimpse of like just the green skin, it looks very similar to like the original Hulk TV show aesthetic.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for that.
I mean, we're getting now in the MCU into characters that I have less and less familiarity with, like Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk. It's like, I mean, I knew She-Hulk existed. I don't think I knew Moon Knight or Ms. Marvel existed before their shows were announced. And it's kind of like The Acolyte for Star Wars, where I have no idea what that show is going to be about. And that excites me.
Yeah.
Like, that I'm just going to see something I'm completely new to. It's going to be fresh to me. So all that stuff was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got a really quick look at Nick Fury.
Secret Invasion, yeah.
And yeah.
I think that's it. That's everything that I remember being. I mean, they announced really some other
titles like the zombies.
Yeah, which that's fun. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's just gonna be animated and based off of what we saw in the in the What If.
We'll get What If season 2, Armor Wars, which
Armor. I mean, a lot of these had been announced. I think Echo is the only thing that was announced, as far as I can recall.
I was on Twitter, keeping an eye on that thread like everybody else, and the Marvel drops were just like boom, 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 boom.
I'm excited for Sneakerella. Some of the Disney stuff, I was like, what is this? I'll just wait for Lucasfilm and Marvel.
They didn't wait long at all to drop the Cars project right after the Obi-Wan tweet, and everybody was like,
well, all right, I guess we're done. I did we saw the Willow thing, and I was like, yes, it's time. And then it was Obi-Wan, and I was like, and Cars. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still plenty of time. Like, there's a D23 around the corner, but I think they said that was all about, like, theme parks and destinations. It's called Destination 23 this year.
Yeah, I think the only thing I've seen Star Wars-wise that'll be at D23 is a panel about the Galactic Cruise.
Yeah.
Hosted by Ashley Eckstein.
That makes sense.
So,
and then maybe there'll be another Investor Day. I have no idea when or how this stuff is scheduled or announced. Like, I feel like Investor Day just came out of the blue last year, where I was like, wait, are we going to watch this? And then it was obviously a blast to watch, but I hadn't even heard of it until last year, and I don't know if they're doing it again. But, we're going to get those trailers eventually, and then once the series are out, we're not even going to think back to that time. Remember that weekend where we were disappointed that we didn't get an Obi-Wan trailer, and now we'll have the series, and it won't matter. But, we just want to be fed in the meantime. But that's it for me. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, then that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
And consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.